The Seychelles, an archipelago of 115 islands in the Indian Ocean off East Africa, boasts a rich and complex history that spans centuries. From uninhabited islands to a melting pot of cultures, the Seychelles has evolved into a vibrant nation with a unique identity. This article delves into the historical journey of the Seychelles, exploring its discovery, colonization, and development into the modern era. Additionally, we will examine its transformation into a premier wedding destination and an offshore financial jurisdiction. Before the arrival of humans, the Seychelles were pristine and untouched. The islands were likely known to Arab traders and sailors, although there is no definitive evidence of their presence. The first recorded sighting by Europeans was made by Vasco da Gama in 1502 during his second voyage to India. He named the islands the Amirantes, after the Arabic word amiral, admiral. The French were the first to take a serious interest in the Seychelles. In 1756, Captain Nicolas Morphée officially claimed the islands for France, naming them after Jean Moreau de Seychelles, the then French Minister of Finance. The French began to settle on the islands in the late 18th century, bringing enslaved Africans to work on plantations. The French began establishing settlements and plantations, focusing on crops such as cotton, sugarcane, and spices. The island's strategic location made them a valuable asset for trade routes between Africa, Asia, and Europe. The main island, Mahé, became the center of French administration. The French influence on the Seychelles is still evident today in the island's language, culture, and legal system. French settlers brought their customs, traditions, and architecture, which blended with the existing African influences to create a unique Creole culture. The fusion of these cultures is seen in the Seychelles language, with Seychellois Creole, Creole Seychellois, being derived from French, with influences from African languages, English, and other tongues. The Seychelles remained under French control until the Treaty of Paris in 1814, which ended the Napoleonic Wars. The treaty ceded the Seychelles, along with Mauritius, to the British. Despite the change in governance, the French settlers were allowed to retain their land and continued to exert significant influence over the island's affairs. Under British rule, the economy of the Seychelles shifted from plantation agriculture to a more diversified economy. The abolition of slavery in 1835 led to significant social changes, with freed slaves forming the backbone of the island's workforce. The British also introduced new crops such as vanilla and coconuts, which became important exports. The British colonial administration focused on improving infrastructure, education, and healthcare, laying the foundations for modern Seychelles. World War II brought significant changes to the Seychelles. The islands were strategically important for the Allies, leading to the construction of airstrips and other military infrastructure. The post-war period saw increased political activity, with calls for greater self-governance. The economic landscape began to shift as well, with the rise of the tourism industry setting the stage for future prosperity. In the 1960s and 1970s, political movements advocating for independence gained momentum. The Seychelles People's United Party, SPUP, led by Frans Albert René, and the Seychelles Democratic Party, SDP, led by James Mancham, emerged as the leading political parties. In 1976, the Seychelles gained independence from Britain, with James Mancham becoming the first president and Frans Albert René as Prime Minister. The early years of independence were marked by political instability. In 1977, Frans Albert René led a coup d'etat that ousted President Mancham. René's socialist government implemented widespread reforms, nationalizing key industries and promoting social welfare programs. However, his rule was also characterized by political repression and human rights abuses. Opposition parties faced significant challenges, and political dissent was often met with harsh responses. Despite the political turmoil, the Seychelles experienced significant economic development. The tourism industry, in particular, became a major source of revenue, attracting visitors from around the world with its stunning beaches and unique biodiversity. The government also invested in infrastructure, education and healthcare, improving the standard of living for many Seychellois. The fisheries sector also played a crucial role in the economy. The Seychelles Exclusive Economic Zone, EEZ, one of the largest in the world, provided abundant marine resources. The tuna fishing industry, both artisanal and industrial, became a cornerstone of the economy, contributing significantly to exports and employment. In the early 1990s, the Seychelles began a transition towards a more democratic political system. A new constitution was adopted in 1993, establishing a multi-party democracy and protecting fundamental human rights. Franz Albert René won the first multi-party elections, but subsequent elections saw increased political competition and the emergence of a more vibrant civil society. The democratization process was not without challenges. Accusations of electoral fraud and political intimidation persisted, but the country gradually moved towards greater political openness and stability. The peaceful transfer of power in 2004, when René stepped down and was succeeded by his vice president James Michel, marked a significant milestone in the nation's political evolution. Today, the Seychelles has one of the highest per capita incomes in Africa, driven by tourism, fisheries, and offshore finance. The government has made efforts to diversify the economy, promoting sectors such as information technology and renewable energy. The Seychelles has also developed a reputation as a premier offshore financial centre, attracting foreign investment with its favourable regulatory environment and political stability. The country's strategic location and stable governance have made it an attractive destination for businesses seeking a gateway to African and Asian markets. The Seychelles International Business Authority, SIBA, established in 1995, has played a pivotal role in promoting and regulating the offshore sector. The financial services industry now contributes significantly to the GDP, providing employment opportunities and supporting economic growth. Environmental conservation is a major priority for the Seychelles, which boasts some of the world's most pristine natural habitats. The government has implemented policies to protect its unique biodiversity, including marine protected areas and sustainable tourism initiatives. The Seychelles' commitment to conservation is exemplified by its efforts to protect endangered species, such as the Aldabra giant tortoise and the Seychelles magpie robin. The country's leadership in environmental conservation has been recognized globally. The Seychelles was one of the first countries to include environmental sustainability in its constitution, and it has achieved significant milestones in marine conservation. Initiatives such as the Blue Economy Strategic Framework and Roadmap aim to balance economic development with the sustainable use of ocean resources. The cultural heritage of the Seychelles is a rich tapestry of African, European, and Asian influences. Creole culture, language, music, and cuisine are integral to the Seychellois identity. Festivals such as the annual Creole Festival celebrate this vibrant heritage, attracting visitors from around the world. Seychellois Creole, Creole Seychellois, is the lingua franca of the islands, reflecting the nation's diverse roots. Traditional music and dance, such as mutia and sega, are vital aspects of cultural expression. The fusion of culinary traditions has given rise to a unique Creole cuisine, featuring dishes such as grilled fish, coconut curries, and tropical fruits. The Seychelles has become one of the world's most sought-after wedding destinations, known for its breathtaking landscapes, idyllic beaches, and luxurious resorts. Couples from around the globe choose the Seychelles for their special day, drawn by the promise of a romantic and intimate setting. The islands offer a variety of venues for weddings, from secluded beaches to lush tropical gardens. Many resorts provide comprehensive wedding packages, handling everything from legal formalities to reception planning. The Seychelles' natural beauty, combined with its warm hospitality, creates a perfect backdrop for memorable weddings. The Seychelles has simplified the process for foreign couples wishing to marry on its shores. The legal requirements are straightforward, and the Civil Status Office ensures that all necessary documents are processed efficiently. Many wedding planners and resorts offer tailored services to assist couples in navigating the legalities and organizing their ceremonies. The island nation's hospitality industry is well equipped to cater to the needs of wedding parties. From floral arrangements and photography to catering and entertainment, a range of services is available to ensure a seamless and stress-free wedding experience. The Seychelles' reputation as a premier wedding destination continues to grow, attracting couples seeking a unique and unforgettable celebration. The Seychelles has established itself as a prominent offshore financial jurisdiction, attracting businesses and investors with its favorable regulatory environment and strategic location. The Seychelles International Business Authority, SIBA, now known as the Financial Services Authority, FSA, was created to oversee and promote the offshore sector. The jurisdiction offers a range of services, including the incorporation of international business companies, IBCs, trust formation, and the establishment of offshore banks. The Seychelles legal framework is designed to provide flexibility and confidentiality, making it an attractive destination for international investors. The Seychelles has implemented robust regulatory measures to ensure the integrity and transparency of its offshore sector. The government is committed to adhering to international standards and combating financial crimes, such as money laundering and tax evasion. The FSA works closely with international organizations to maintain compliance and uphold the jurisdiction's reputation. The jurisdiction's tax-neutral environment, coupled with its network of double taxation avoidance agreements, DTAAs, enhances its appeal to global investors. The Seychelles continues to develop its financial services sector, offering a range of innovative products and services to meet the evolving needs of businesses and investors. Despite its economic successes, the Seychelles faces challenges related to its small size and reliance on external markets. The tourism industry, while a significant source of revenue, is vulnerable to global economic fluctuations and environmental changes. The government has prioritized economic diversification to mitigate these risks and build a more resilient economy. The Seychelles is particularly vulnerable to environmental threats such as climate change and rising sea levels. The government has been proactive in addressing these challenges, implementing policies to enhance resilience and promote sustainable development. The Seychelles' commitment to environmental conservation is critical to preserving its natural heritage and ensuring the well-being of future generations. Initiatives such as the Seychelles Marine Spatial Plan and the implementation of renewable energy projects are essential components of the nation's strategy to combat climate change. the government continues to collaborate with international partners to access funding and technical assistance for climate resilience projects. As the Seychelles continues to develop, there is a need to balance economic growth with the preservation of its unique cultural and social fabric. The government and civil society organizations are working to promote cultural heritage and protect the rights of all Seychellois. Efforts to enhance education, healthcare, and social services are vital to ensuring inclusive and sustainable development. The promotion of Creole culture and language, as well as the celebration of traditional festivals, plays a crucial role in maintaining the nation's identity. Educational programs and initiatives aimed at preserving traditional knowledge and practices are essential for future generations to appreciate and uphold their heritage. The history of the Seychelles is a story of resilience, adaptation, and transformation. From uninhabited islands to a thriving nation, the Seychelles has navigated the challenges of colonization, political upheaval, and economic development to emerge as a unique and dynamic country. Its journey from a strategic colonial outpost to a premier wedding destination, an offshore financial jurisdiction, highlights the nation's ability to innovate and adapt. Today, the Seychelles stands as a testament to the enduring spirit of its people, who have embraced their diverse heritage and forged a path towards sustainable development. As the Seychelles continues to evolve, its rich history remains a source of inspiration and pride, guiding the nation towards a prosperous and inclusive future.